Hey everybody, it's Marking Bad, and it's time for Chapter 8 in Reasonable Replies to SJWs, featuring the originator of the collab, Kristi Winters.
In videos and in the comment sections, anti-feminists often take up the most extreme or the weakest feminist position they can find, or they just straight up misrepresent what the feminist position is. Instead, why not take up the strongest, most robust feminist argument you can find and really challenge yourself?
Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Kristi, but your comment, robust feminist argument, has somewhat turned into a meme. And frankly, I'm not sure what you mean by robust feminist position. The fact of the matter is, any robust feminist position is likely to be one that actually doesn't come across as hypocritical or otherwise dismissive of events that occur outside of the express advocacy of feminism. So I'm not even sure what you're suggesting, but feel free to update me on this, because maybe I'm missing something. That's entirely possible, but this does not seem like a well-worded question to me.
If you've ever discussed or done a video about black on black crime, when are you going to do a video about white on white crime and what we as white people can do to solve the problems in our community?
When is white on white crime going to be as statistically relevant as black on black, black on white, black on anybody else? I mean, when those issues become more obviously a problem, I'll address them. But in the meantime, I actually typically leave those videos to Devil's Advocate and other similar YouTubers who have grown up in communities where these issues are real serious issues.
If you say you're an egalitarian, will you call out the man-hating slurs that you see coming from people within your community? People who use terms like cuck, beta male, faggot, or mangina? All of these things basically distill men down into thinking that the most important thing about them is to be having sex with a woman. That's rather offensive. So what are you doing to stop this kind of behavior in your community?
I'll be honest, I don't use those words with any particular regularity, and the term faggot specifically implies that an individual's worth is based on having sex, period, not sex with women specifically. At any rate, I'm very much with Dr. Peterson on this. Policing speech is a bad idea, except where that language is explicitly defamatory or is used to incite violence. For the first case, we have defamation laws and civil suits, and for the second case, we have hate speech laws. And even in the case of the second example, we could reasonably cover such incitement under existing assault laws or under incitement to riot laws. And we could always try to teach kids that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, like we used to.
If you identify as an egalitarian, then I'm interested in your take on the usefulness of the concept of the original position as laid out by John Rawls in his theory of justice.
If I understand your question correctly, Kristi, you're asking me to engage in a thought experiment based on the original position with the intent of adequately defining what I believe egalitarianism to be. So that would be adequately represented on the screen. However, I would encourage you to ask feminists and BLM supporters and Antifa supporters and La Raza supporters and other supporters of social equality movements to consider this same thought experiment. I think it would be highly relevant to see where they sit on this question. And that wraps up Chapter 8 of Reasonable Replies to SJWs. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or irrational hatred, find me in the comments section below, or find me on Facebook and Twitter. Or don't, because I'm here for my validation and not for yours.